Oh, hello? Okay. Ooh. Good afternoon, Freedom. Today I'll be talking about what I struggled with and what God has taught me. Being vulnerable as a believer is important because you're in a constant state of humbleness. With that, pornography and masturbation has been in my life for 4.5 years. I was in this loop of guilt, shame, and condemnation. It affected my school life, work ethic, and my confidence. So the question was, how do I overcome this struggle? This loop made me feel powerless and not in control. Well, that's the point. I'm not supposed to be in control and powerful. God is. Hold on, where am I at? My fault. Okay. Second Corinthians 12:9. Each time he said, "My grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness." So now I'm glad to boast about my weaknesses, so that the power of God, the power of Christ, can work through me. I was too worried about how I can fix it instead of just walking and letting God fix this. Knowing this, the next question is what I do during temptation. James 4:7. So humble yourselves before God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. I didn't really know why God gave me this verse, but I came to realize that this is the answer I needed during temptation. This verse not only says to humble yourself and resist, but to give everything you have, your will, your strength, your power, to God and give it and believe in his power, his strength, and his will. Resisting can also mean being patient, steadfast, and having self-control. The last thing I needed to do was be consistent. I thought being consistent would be easier than the other parts, but it was just as hard. I kept on getting distracted by my phone, and time would just fly by. I needed to get my priorities straight, and with consistency came growth and spiritual stability. These lessons are what I need to learn in my progress with God. I need to know who has the power, how to use that power, and stay consistent in that power. I remember back in 6th grade, we had this field trip for my film class, and we went to the CNN building. While we were driving to the CNN building, I forgot to bring the money for the food after we took the tour to the CNN building. So I called my dad to see if he could get it for me, and he said, yes, I can. After the tour, we went to the varsity to grab something to eat. While my classmates were getting food, I remembered that my teacher told us that if we forgot our money, she would pay for us, but we had to pay her back. So I asked her if she could pay for my food, and she said sure. I sat down and began to eat, and I got a text from my dad saying I'm here. I was confused and texted back, I thought you weren't coming. Then my dad texted back and told me that he would come. I walked to my dad with greasy fingers, and he gave me the face saying, "You already ate, huh?" My dad gave the money back to my teacher and left with no gas in the car. What I've learned from this experience was that my dad will always come through with anything that I need. I didn't have faith in my dad and took the easy way out, instead of waiting a little bit longer to eat. I was like that with God. Instead of standing in the fire and knowing that God had a fire extinguisher, I went to more gasoline. To sum this all up, walking in faith and letting God handle your problems is key. That does not mean to not do your part. If you do your part, God will do his. Thank you.